point number 2, the reason why I was becoming more recognized was largely due to my Sentinels jersey.
Fuck off!
Was largely due to my Sentinels jersey.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I said no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Was largely due to my Sentinels jersey.
So if you don't know who Tens is, you've probably never touched a game of Valorant, which has resulted in you having a father figure, a loving family, and a loving partner, alongside being physically fit, being mentally fit, and actually enjoying your life. Because if you've ever queued a game of Valorant, you know that your entire life has turned the opposite way. And if you've ever took a step into the Valorant community, you know it's a cesspool of degenerates that rivals Twitter.
Yeah, if you win this, I'll literally do anything you want to you at TwitchCon.
Oh my god, fuck. If we win? Okay. Don't fuck me!
Now, how would I know this? Because I myself used to hardcore play Valorant. I know, throw me into the Starlight pit, put a pitchfork up my ass, beat me with stones. I used to play Valorant, and I still do occasionally. So I'm more than qualified with a bachelor's degree in Valorant to talk about this subject. And to be honest, I think most Valorant creators are fine. But you can say that most content that comes out of the Valorant community is cringe, or sometimes sexually explicit, because the majority of the time it kind of is. But people do enjoy that type of content. Yes, the people that are probably lonely and missing the touch of a woman, but people enjoy it. And I only say that because I don't know why people would sit there and watch people flirt on Valorant, or anything else. But my general consensus is people are just making content, they're not really hurting anyone, they're making money off it, and it's just not the type of content I'd watch, but others would. There's nothing else I can really say about the content, and I wouldn't hardcore shit on them, because the majority of Valorant content I just wouldn't watch. It is not my cup of tea. But then again, watching any stream of Valorant is enough to put you to sleep, more than NyQuil. And the only thing that makes them interesting is the person's personality. Hence why you have this type of content. I think Schrödinger Lee is the most referenced person when talking about this, but even he's trying to draw it back with his sexually explicit content nowadays, and he's the one that kind of discovered this trend, and even he knows it's gone too far. So there is some self-awareness in the Valorant community. But what happens to a content creator that was basing their content off of somebody else, and their entire online presence was, I look like this person? So if you actually don't know Tens, this is kind of what's happening with Elevens. And Tens is a big deal in the Valorant community. He's a Valorant pro who everyone in the Valorant community absolutely loves, because he is so good at the game and partly his personality. And due to all of that, Elevens got his spotlight. Because he looks almost identical to Tens, so he started uploading TikToks about Tens and how he looked like Tens. And he got a lot of support for doing this. He got 60k on Twitch and almost 300k on YouTube. But basically the meat on the bone is he looks like Tens. And that was his entire brand and why people watched him. Now you can't really shit on a person that finds an opportunity to make money or get famous. Well, 100% I can't, because if I looked anything like XQC...
Something videos, I feel bad about it. But the shell on turtles, do they spawn with it? How does it
or Tyler 1. I would have done that a while ago and cashed the paycheck. But the one downside of doing that is everyone's only going to know you because you look like that person. And that's the problem Elevens is having right now. Because the majority of his content was he looks like Tens and doing all these funny skits about Tens, but I think he's finding that extremely hard since everyone's just constantly bringing up that he looks like Tens. And he's constantly shackled to the opinion that he only got his fame because he looks like Tens. Now it's extremely hard to break that reputation that you have now and make a name for yourself when you've kind of been shackled to somebody else's name. But he did upload a video that when I was watching, I honestly couldn't tell if it was satire or he was genuinely being honest. But here is that video.
You read the title right. I'm leaving Sentinels. No, I'm just kidding. I was never even in Sentinels. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to explain why I don't wear the Sentinels.
That is just absolute pain.
Before I start my explanation, I'm going to give you some context. So I've been posting TikToks for about 1 year, and across a 3-month period earlier this year, from the middle of February till the middle of May, I wore a Sentinels jersey in every single TikTok that I posted. So it would have been around...
I don't think it was because you wore a Sentinels jersey. I 100% don't think it's because you wore a Sentinels jersey.
Once I experienced huge growth, not only across TikTok, but also across my other social platforms. For reference, I gained over 300,000 followers on TikTok.
80k 100k on Twitch, 100k on YouTube, 30k on Instagram, 15k on Discord. Nobody cares about Discord, they're probably all obese. 300k on TikTok, yeah, mostly kids probably. But these three are impressive, very impressive. Still 100k, that is a lot on YouTube. Not many people jump from TikTok to YouTube. Not many people jump from TikTok to YouTube to Twitch. Or TikTok to Twitch. Like, that is impressive how you'd get 80k from just these on Twitch, especially. Nobody loves jumping to Twitch.
Growing pretty rapidly, and I realized that part of the reason why I was growing so quickly was a combination of two things. Number one, my content was starting to become better and more enjoyable. And number two, I was starting to become more recognized across multiple...
Okay, let's forget point 1 and 2 here. The complete bullshit.
On point number one, in terms of, my content becoming more enjoyable, I think a good example would be the Cupid trend on TikTok.
I don't know what the fucking Cupid trend is. I'm gonna be honest. What is the Cupid trend? Let's have a look. Okay, I already got, introduced to Chernobyl levels of fucking radiation with how much cancer I just got. Good song.
Expand on point number two, the reason why I was becoming more recognized was largely due to my Sentinels jersey.
Fuck off! This is satire. This complete video is satire. There is no way.
Which everyone had sort of ingrained into their minds because of how often I pop up on the For You page.
Because you look like tens.
Because of this recognition on TikTok, people began to recognize me more when channel surfing on Twitch and YouTube, and were therefore more...
Because you look like tens.
Follow. But recently, I began to realize that wearing a Sentinels jersey as my uniform might not be the best idea.
Your uniform is you look like tens. Just take your skin off. Just take it off. That shit's a bodysuit. Come on. This has to be satire. It's 100% satire. It has to be.
Especially since I'm considering taking content a step further. To stop wearing the Sentinels jersey was a combination of two issues. Number one, I'm not in Sentinels, and if I was to continue wearing the jersey, this would sort of be misrepresentation.
Not really. They kind of give the Sentinels jersey to anyone. I don't think if I went to the shops in a Sentinels jersey, everyone would think I'm tens or part of Sentinels. I'm dog shit at Valorant. Peaked in gold.
And it would also limit my future org opportunity.
You've already done that yourself. When you market yourself as tens. One TikTok or one meme about it, yeah, that's completely fine. When you make it your whole brand, that is what has messed you up.
Two, the success of my content would be largely dependent on the success of the Sentinels.
Nobody cares about Sentinels. They just care you look like tens. Sentinels is in the back of their mind. Tens is on the fucking frontal lobe.
So basically, to answer the question of why I don't wear the Sentinels jersey and
it's bullshit. This entire video is bullshit, and I've been baited into it.
Ties or associations with an org. When people hear the name 11s, I want them to
think about the Gritty and Ollie of my content rather than the guy that wears the Sentinels jersey. This is bait. This is complete bait and satire.
To think about the Gritty and all my other things rather than the guy that just wears the Sentinels jersey or the guy that looks like tens. So instead, I just wear this plain red t-shirt. I hope this clears everything up, and if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below, and I'll probably respond to them in another video.
So I'll be honest, I fell for the bait. I 100% fell for that bait. Anyway, 11's basically insinuated in his video that he's going to stop, milking the tens stuff and kind of do his own content from now on. For most of it, yeah, he's stopped mentioning tens. He's kind of done his own content, which most posts are original and his own ideas. And he very rarely mentions tens. But he's doing pretty successful with his own ideas, but he still can't break away from the stigma that, he looks like tens, and that's why he's popular. And it's probably going to take a while for him to craft his own path and his own career, but for now, things look pretty good for him. But I am going to wrap up the video. And just as a little conclusion, if you look like any TikToker or any YouTuber or any Twitch star, make sure you milk the absolute fuck out of it. But yeah, that's the video. Enjoy this meme, and bye-bye.